Earl, that was a great report.
Thanks.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure. I want to introduce our guest. She comes to us from the county of Olmsted in the little town of Eyota. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to present to you Shannon Reuss. Thank you. Shannon, welcome to the show.
Well, thank you for having me.
So, over there in Eyota, what is the name of your business?
Treefrog Treasures.
So, tell us what's your specialty over there?
Toy soldiers and military miniatures.
Military miniatures. What is a military miniature?
Well, a lot of people, when they think of a toy soldier, think of one like this.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of cute. It's not anything like them little green plastic army guys I had.
No, you had some when you were
When
young.
I was a kid,
That's
nothing like that. That's fancy.
That's like made out of metal.
That is hand-painted metal, yes.
Wow, that's really neat. See the detail on that there. So, are there lots of different kinds of these?
Yes.
things?
There are wargaming miniatures. They're about that tall, and people actually play games with them. And role-playing, they roll the dice. And
Kind of like the old Stratego type things?
kind of like
oh,
that.
Okay,
and
okay.
they'll paint up hundreds of them and put them out on a big table. And then this is a more traditional glossy 54 millimeter. This is a 1/30th scale, and this is a matte finish.
So 30 of these guys would make 6 foot,
Well, sure,
probably.
yeah.
Okay. Is there like a standard demographic of the people that collect these?
Yeah, a lot of people who love history. This is a way to bring the history home. They might have a family member who was in the military at one point, or ancestors who were in the Civil War.
The toy soldiers, you talked about the war games, but do some people just like make the diorama displays type things out of them there?
Yeah, if you've ever seen a model railroad display where they've got the trees and the grass and everything, that's what people can do with these.
Oh, so you've got like the trees and all that kind of
in
stuff?
fact, I brought one with to show. This is a winter tree. This is handmade in England.
Wow.
And people just set up the scene, and they can start with a base, and I believe we have some pictures to show the viewers of how those look.
Where are these soldiers? You said this was made in England there,
Yep.
but are the soldiers and that kind of stuff all made there too?
They are made from all over the world. These guys are from Argentina.
Wow.
And this is actually an Iowan company, William Britton. This is King and Country. They're out of Hong Kong.
Earl, would you look at this canoe?
Wow.
Look at the details on that. That's a birch bark canoe.
John Jenkins design.
So, Shannon, do you have like some examples of some of your customers' dioramas that they've made and stuff like that?
I do, and I think it would be great to show your viewers.
Oh, and she's brought some pictures along. You folks here at home, you just watch your set and we'll see them. And the folks here in the audience, watch right up here on the big old Jumbotron up there, and we'll have that. So tell us a little bit about what the people have built there.
Well, here are some examples of some World War II dioramas, and we also have some Knights and Saracens here.
Oh man, look at the details on some of that stuff, Earl. That's amazing at what they do.
And here is a great shot of the Delhi Durbar. It was a big parade in India back in 1903. And you can just look at all the colors and the elephants.
Wow, look at that. Those elephants are really something. They look like they'd be kind of heavy if they're made out of metal.
Yep, so you can see that there's just so many different things that you could do with these toy soldiers.
Well, it'd be good for me as long as we didn't have any camels in there. I don't like camels.
Oh, we have camels. We have lots of camels.
I got to stay away from the camels. How about your customers? Do you have customers that buy things from all over the place
all
too?
Over the world, yeah.
All over the world, even.
We ship all over the world every day.
Well, that's amazing. You ship them all over the world like that.
You know, I don't think we've got a business like that in Sweet Swine County, do we, Cousin John?
I'm real sure we don't, Earl. I don't think I've ever seen one like that.
Well, actually, we are the only toy soldier store in Minnesota, in any county.
Only one. Let me ask you, how did you get started in getting interested in these things and selling them? And
well, it just started out as a hobby. In fact, I wasn't even selling toy soldiers at the beginning. I was just going to local auctions and selling things on eBay way back when eBay had first gotten started.
Oh, sure.
And I decided it would be kind of fun to try selling something not from an auction, but from a, straight off the shelf in perfect condition. And I found toy soldiers. And I've learned a lot about history. Every time something new comes in, I have to learn about it.
You got to grab it and find out about it. Is there one period over others that are more popular?
I would say World War II is definitely very popular worldwide, and then with our own customers here in the United States, a lot of people are very interested in the American Civil War.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I know there's places down south, especially, they reenact things and all that kind of stuff. But this way, they do it on a board or a ping pong table or whatever, I guess. So, Shannon, share with us a little bit. When you got started and how long you've been doing this.
I have been doing this for a long time.
Really?
Way back in 1999 is when I started Treefrog Treasures, and about 2001 is when I brought the toy soldiers into the business.
Wow. Shannon, it's really been good having you here. And how can people get in touch with you or your store if they want to learn more about these things or see if you've got something that they want?
Well, they would want to go right to our website.
Okay, and that is?
That is www.treefrogtreasures.com. And it doesn't matter if they're in Eyota or Sweet Swine County or anywhere in the world, they can order straight from the website and we will ship it out to them.
Earl, that's that www, you know what that stands for?
www.
The World Wide Web.
Oh.
What that's for then.
One of these days I'm going to have to check into that internet machine.
Okay, yeah. About the same time you get outside the county, right? Maybe after that. Anyway, Shannon, we want to thank you very much for stopping and seeing us again today.
It's been a pleasure
Folks,
to be here.
Let's give Shannon a big round of applause for being here. Hey, listen, if you got a chance to sit for a second.
Sure.
We're going to take another look at a place outside of Sweet Swine County. Maybe you'd like to come along.